What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Superhero Swag. I'm your host, 16 the Icon, aka Mr. Superhero Swag, and today we have got Arch Nemesis in the building. Finally, have a Mandarin action figure, and yes, everybody, it was not the Mandarin action figure that we wanted, but we have to make concessions, and we all understand that at some later date we may actually get the real Mandarin. Close enough though, right? I mean, I got some gripes and we'll discuss that. Now, let's start with Iron Man because this is basically a redo. They've been two packing it up and I've been loving it. I've been loving it. I love when they two pack it up because y'all feel like you get more bang for your buck. So this is a remake of this boy right here. The colors are a little different. Let's move Mandarin out the way until we get ready for him. All right, the colors are a little different. If you can see, this one's a little more vibrant, a little more hot rod red, so to speak, right? And then this one's a little more muted, a little more metallic finish, right? Same thing. Arc reactor's a little different on the paint job. Check it out. Boom, boom. Now, where they make a big difference, and you wouldn't think it makes the big difference, but it does, is on the older version, you could only move the upper diaphragm area. On the old version, you did not have a proper ab crunch. Now on this one, phenomenal. Phenomenal. That is a proper ab crunch. So much, in fact, that you actually have to put your finger in the middle of his back to push the ab area back up because it actually crunches in that far. Look at that. See that? Now that enables him to do your classic superhero landing like he does in the Iron Man movie where he smashes down and has the one fist on the ground. You can actually do that pose. You can actually kind of do that pose. Now he only comes with the one head sculpt, but if you are like me, you got a bunch of Iron Man, right? You got a bunch of Iron Man. So it's no problem. No problem at all. Because we got Iron Man for days. We got Iron Man everywhere, falling all over everywhere. We got a whole hall of armors right here, right? All right, so he got double jointed, pinless knees. Yes, and he can just about pass the Robo Don't Know test and kick his own ass, but not quite. But that's cool because he's in armor. It's all good. It's all good. Can he look all the way up? Yes, he can. So you can get him in those classic Iron Man flight poses. All right, now, other than that, I did not take them out of the tray, but these are the accessories. So he gets two open hands straight out the box, and then he's got the fisted hands. He also comes with the repulsor blast, but I put those in my little accessory box already. And then these are your swirly effects. You might have saw those in the other review where I had Jean Grey. She had blue ones. This time Mandarin has red ones because blue is for good guys and red is for bad guys, right? Okay, so get your artwork on the front of the box. And unfortunately, this picture, and when he's got his fist balled up and you see all 10 rings, that is what they went off of. So he only has the 10 rings, and they are painted separately so that you can, let me get it in focus here. Yep, boom, see? They are each individual different rings, and each of the rings have a different power. And for reasons that we in the community already know, some of us might not agree with, this is the version of the Mandarin that we received. It is a play on the suited body. Let me bring your man Henry Gyrick out here, because we just got that head sculpt from the Morph figure X-Men 97. So now we have Henry Peter Gyrick in the line. Good job, Dwight. You know, I always give you your flowers when you do something that is exceedingly good for the line and for us as collectors. So yeah, this is the Mandarin. And I know I've seen a lot of people put this head sculpt on the Baron Mordo MCU figure and basically still have a version of the Mandarin that they can kit bash and use that isn't, you know, the Mandarin in a suit. Right? I get it. We wanted Mandarin in his, you know, the outfit. Like, you know me, I'm all about the comic book accuracy test. And so we will be doing more of those because I've get I've gotten a I've got a bunch of figures. I have collected a bunch of figures since the last time that I did a comic book accuracy test. And we have got new people in the line, new faces. Henry Peter Gyrick and the Mandarin. I mean, Henry Peter Gyrick, of course, is just the head sculpt, but once you put him on a suited body, and they're not all that expensive right now, suited bodies, you got Henry Peter Gyrick. And so these two actually are first in the line because we never had Mandarin before. Well, we had Mandarin back in the Toy Biz days, but since we've gotten to the point where we're, you know, pinless all the way around and double jointed knees, double jointed elbows. He's got your classic suited body though, so you've got your ab crunch here. And is there? Yes, there is a waist swivel, and yeah, upper thigh cut. Yeah, I mean, this is still a pretty decent figure. Don't get me wrong. This is still a pretty decent figure. He will do. He will do. But the alternate hands are what's weird. And then there's another head that he has from that particular story arc. See how his hands are all withered, looking like he's withering up and dying or something, like the vulture. But there's another version of this head sculpt, and I actually already put it in my alter, you know, my head sculpt box. I have a box of different heads for all of the different figures, and it's just one big box with a whole bunch of heads in it. And I've already put that alternate head in that box. The box behind me, it is behind me. Let's see. Can we? Wow! Just that fast. Boom! There he is. There he is. Because I would be mad if I watched the review later and I'd be like, man, it was right behind me. I should have just grabbed it and showed it to him. But there it is right there. This is the other version of the Mandarin. This is the other head sculpt that they give you with that. So altogether, it's a pretty decent set. Like I said, you get your artwork, Extremis Iron Man and Mandarin on this side, Extremis Iron Man and Mandarin on that side, Marvel Legends, spot varnished the Invincible Iron Man, the legalese on the bottom. Yeah, so we already know what it is. This is probably going to be the best version of the Extremis armor because of that ab crunch articulation. Because he can do that, and you can actually bend him over, pause, and you can actually bend him and get him into kind of that pose. He doesn't have his fists, so I don't know what I'm doing, but you know, you can get him kind of in that pose because he can kind of squat down a little bit, a little better. But this was a short review. I just wanted to, I haven't been sharing with you guys all the action figures that I have been purchasing, and it's going to just look crazy when I do my collection video, which I've been trying to hold off until the Sentinels get here, but I might have to do it before they get here and then just do a separate video for the Sentinels and the X-Men. But like, comment, subscribe, get notified. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you get notified each and every time we drop new content, more music videos, Team Onslaught's going on the road, more behind the scenes videos, 16 TV 2. Don't do that. here we are once again, 1,035 subscribers. We love you all. Until next time, like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, I said all that before. I'm rambling now. Peace.